As I sat here on July 10th, 2019, and wondering about whether we are truly independent in this country called the Bahamas, and I'm taken aback. I've never seen this happen under any government. This has only happened under this Prime Minister of what's been happening because you speak out. I want to assure the Bahamian public and any sensible thinking politician, when I speak, there's some meaning to this madness. It means shape up or ship out. I only saying what I expect from my member of parliament, my government, the same thing I expect for myself. I'm one of those black Jews that do unto others that you would have them do unto you. And I know my character, my courage, my internal fortitude, I could do better than what's been happening in this Bahamas for the last few years. But I notice under the F&M government, because it's now a group of us now that harm has come to because we speak out. The first one was Kai Mills. They came and gassed my car up. I was campaigning to do the same thing that they're supposed to do. Make better for Bahamian and a citizen. If we are truly independent, don't we have a democratic right to speak freely? Isn't it our God-given constitutional rights to speak without fear or favor? It haven't happened under this government so far. Because I speak out, they bind my vehicle to the ground. Then we have Rodney Munkar. Went by his house, did the same thing, buying his house down. Then last week we have one of my better writer, the writer of Black Belt, Gorman Batista, that is protected by the United States. They went and burned his vehicle down, or burn a vehicle down in the front of his house. I don't mind you burning the vehicle down, but all I ask the universal God to let me just to catch you, just to let me put hand on you. While you're trying to be an arson, let me grab you and just take you and hold your head right in the fire till all your teeth turn black. Then we'll see what kind of coward you are. Don't burn the vehicle down because I speak. I must be speaking something truth. Truth in this country is like a two-edged razor. It cuts you one way and it cuts you the next way. Nobody, for some reason, even the church and the church members, do not want to hear the truth. The pastor speaking of the truth Bible and they getting offended. You think pastor have to say those kind of things about me? What the pastor saying, Negro, shape up or ship out. That is what I'm saying when I do my videos, when I speak about the police. I expect nothing but quality, professionalism from my law enforcement, my government. I expect nothing but the best because we deserve the best. I have that actually on my vehicle. Nothing but the best for the best because me, the guest, the country, the citizen deserve the best government that is available. So far, that is not happening. When you have in this country government that are self-dealing, giving themselves contracts, that is the worst form of government. They're stealing, they're giving themselves contract, and when we speak about it, you come and burn my vehicle down. Go and burn Brent's vehicle down if you feel that Brent is stealing and getting his contract illegal through government, go to him. I ain't got no money. I'm not self-dealing. I am not in the government. Mind they're doing that in the Dundastan Town Committee. They've been self-stealing, dealing throughout their 9 years tender. $60,000 has disappeared from the Dundastan Town Committee from October to now. 3 meetings we had. Can't get a word on what's going on. So the self-dealing start from the local government right up to big government. That is unacceptable. But when Kai Mills speak about the self-dealing, there is a problem. I remember Brenville McCartney. Brenville McCartney decide he's going to leave the FNM because you would think he was not worthy of the position. Here comes these 3 FNM thugs down to beat him up, to brutalize him in his own office to the point that he had to get protection. Why is that? Is that truly independent? I watched Brenville McCartney the last FNM convention I went to, and this boy was so intelligent and so articulate. He had Tommy Turncrest, that was Hubert's favorite one to succeed. And Brenville got up there and he did one speech in that convention. The hair was sticking up. When Brenville finished speaking, the hall was empty. Tommy couldn't even speak anymore that night. He had to put his own off. Everybody followed Brenville. I look at Hubert with the big wrinkly head like them little pit bull. Hubert said that's too much power. Then I look at Bostwick, the only man in the arena there that wrote a book on how we should be, very articulate. You know what they do down there in Grand Bahama? Set him up. How you can have bullet without gun. You can shoot it out your motor. Too powerful. Then I look in an independent Bahamas and House Assembly, live. Hubert said to Perry, Brenville look like he want our things. If I don't get it, you'll get it. And we'll squeeze him in the middle. Then he grinned that big stupid laugh. They squeezed Brenville just like they said they were, because Hubert and Perry believed the Bahamas belongs to them and their children. No other woman born sensible enough children to represent. That is why this country is the way it is, because Hubert and Perry stayed along too long playing marbles with the Bahamian economy. Self-dealing, Baker's Bay, both of them self-dealing. On this Independent Day, I'm just praying to God that we can have somebody in this country that would rise up as a leader and go back, like how they're doing in America right now. The Jeffrey Epstein case, all the wicked things that happen on the island, all the wicked things that happen in the Bahamas, that somebody will find some internal fortitude and to bring Hubert and Perry to justice and to let the Bahamas, the world know. The world already know, but Bahamians don't believe all the wrong they do to this country leave us in a $7 billion mess, and we got to pay them over $200,000 for the rest of their life. And if they die, we got to pay their wife this money. That is not an independent Bahamas that I want to be proud of. These guys ought to be court-martialed. Somebody, I'm praying, will get up. And why they're trying to silence me for just bringing the truth? You need to court-martial these guys for destroying the hopes of Bahamians for years to come. And we have this new crew, self-dealing. They could buy oil that is being dredged in this country on the stock market in London and New York, but a Bahamian cannot buy Bahamas oil in a stock market in London, because they have a setup for them and theirs and nobody else. can break the chain. But there is a God, the universal God. Somebody gonna break that chain. Jeffrey Epstein is living in a $78 million house. He is now in federal prison, waiting for trial. And if he found guilty, 45 years, and he's a billionaire. Neither one of our prime ministers no billionaire, but they screwed the Bahamas out of $7 billion. Somebody will play someday. This is my independent prayer, that both of them buggers be brought before the courts. And this will never again happen in Abaco. You imagine the people of Bakers Bay, foreigners, are benefiting more from this country than Kai Mills. I pay $5,000 a year for my license and insurance, and I can't drive a soul from Bakers Bay. They don't have any license, no insurance, and they're going on the boats, and they're self-dealing to a point that they give my Prime Minister $25 million. My Brent Simonet, $25 million, and they say it's an independent Bahamas and it's okay. That is a lie. We are not independent. We got a bunch of crooks all over. But this too shall come to pass. This too, self-government shall end. Happy independence to y'all that truly dare to think that we're independent. We're nowhere near an independent state. God bless y'all. Kai cares. That's why I'm spending this time. Let y'all know that we had a bunch of cronies running this country and running it right in the ground, and y'all calling them the right honorable. How could you call somebody that robbed this country honorable? What honor do they have? Zero. Any other decent country in this world, they would be jailed for life, for life, for life, for self-dealing and stealing from the state of the Bahamas and think they are the smartest apple to ever rule. Any dummy knows a thief and a crook. Call them honorable much as you like. Kai call them some dangerous crooks. And they too shall meet their end. Kai cares.